like, I picked a wine bar one time in Huntington Beach because I was trying to like vary the locations. That wine bar, I did a review at Yelp about it. I was like, it's totally fine for this, just know this about it. It says it's a wine bar. It really is more a bar, which is fine. It's just what I expected a wine bar is that it's a quiet ambiance. Here to taste wine, buy a flight, conversation is possible.
More sophisticated.
The music was so blaring that I was like, conversation was not possible. And the stools at the bar were so stylish, they were meant for you to be there only briefly. So it was the please don't drink the whole flight. You know, it's like come here for a drink, go sit at a table and order something more. It was not, so I'm like, so now I know. You know, so that's why it's like, explore a few places near you. I actually have this as one of my tips on a video, like once people subscribe to stuff, is aim to identify 5 to 7 places near you that are a good like first date place. Because at some point a man may ask you, he might have an idea and then lob the ball back to you with, how about, you know, with meeting near you, is there a place you'd like to go? Name one of those few places. But every once in a while for women, during like some of these like great dating momentum periods that we have, is you might have 3 or 4 dates like in 1 week to one like 10 to 2 week period. You don't want that like 3 nights in a row, Sunday through Thursday, you're going to the same wine bar. I know, you're already
Someone's gonna recognize you, be like, hey Michelle. How you doing? Yeah.
Hey! Yeah, I know. I've had this in the video. It's literally like it started to happen to me because it was like I had like one of those great periods. It wasn't exactly happening to me, but I could tell like the white person was like starting to like recognize me, you know. And because I also went there for some business things periodically, you know. And especially when you're seated in like the bar area, it was the Four Seasons in Palo Alto. Four Seasons in Palo Alto is kind of like your own country club, kind of a feel, leisurely. Gracious. Fireplace was there. They have like, I was an art major, interesting art books on the side. So like, even if we never read them, you just feel culture just sitting there. It's like, I could read them. I could have read those, you know, that kind of thing. So it was a wonderful, beautiful ambiance, but it's a small bar. So it wasn't like they had like 30 waiters. It's like you were actually going to be running into the same wait person potentially a couple of nights in a row, or even like, you know, over a 2 or 3 week period. Vary it so there isn't any of that like, oh hey, you're here with someone different tonight. You just don't want your wait person to start to become overly familiar and detract from your date.